Good morning, everyone. I wanted to quickly show you these 6 buckets. I still have 2 more to do. I didn't get to move them yet, and I didn't sweep and mop my floor because look, there's a sticker on the floor from some fruit. So I'm kind of behind in everything I was going to do, and I'm just going to show you these 6 buckets. Now, they have not been inventoried. I don't feel that's the most important thing right now. The most important thing right now is to get everything in buckets, get them where they need to be, and then later on in the year, later on this fall, winter, I can go up and do a project of just managing my buckets. But right now it's filling them and getting them out of the kitchen because I still have a lot of stuff to get put away. Shelves to move around, things to go through. I've just been shoving everything everywhere. So, yes, my house is a total disaster. Anyway, let's go through these buckets really quickly. Okay, so this bucket here is kind of like a 72-hour kit. This would last a family quite a while on some of the foods. Now, this one does have canned foods in it, all the way down. It has some honey, it has some maple syrup, oatmeal. There's coffee down in there as well. There's tea, there's peanut butter, tuna, bouillon, just everything in the world down in there. And it's all packed in there very tightly. There's some seasonings in here and everything a family would need. Now, this one I would say grab and go, stash it somewhere. If you need to, take stuff out of it, put it in your bags if you got to go very quickly. Now, this bag or this bucket has all kinds of backpack friendly foods. They're light, they're dehydrated, ready to rock and roll. There's snackies in here. There's some fruit rolls. Now, I am going to tell you something that if you're going to be packing food in your backpack to make it easy to cook and so on and so forth, that these noodles that you find in these little cups, these microwave cups, I did some testing on them, and they cook faster and with less heat than your regular pasta noodles. So what I'm saying is you could put that in a container of boiling water, put it for a little bit, set it till it cooled off, and it would absorb that water and be very quickly edible. Where if you have your regular pasta, you're going to want to cook it like it is supposed to be cooked. So I do recommend, if you're going to be doing backpack foods, you could even take them out of those containers. I left them in there just because I'm not repackaging anything yet. So these 2 buckets here are basically we're on the go. This one obviously is lighter. That one's a little heavy because it has cans in it. But that's your 72-hour kit plus. And this here is your let me put some stuff in my pack and run. So a little different. This one here could be stashed, cached, so on and so forth. There are lots of holes in these buckets to where you could slide more stuff in. That will be a possibility later once I get more product. Okay, now this bucket here has rice and beans, seasonings, all kinds of stuff that my Great Dane is very interested in. There's some bouillon in there, spices, herbs, so on and so forth. So that's kind of also a cache bucket. Okay, so this one has a lot of rice in it. It has actually 20 pounds of rice in the bottom of it and 2 10-pound bags. It has dried beans. It has broths or bouillons, spices, herbs, sugars, all kinds of stuff to make everything more appetizing, because if you had to go to a breakfast with the rice, you would have that. Okay, now this one is kind of like a baking one. I do have some flours. I have a 10-pound bag of rice. I have pancake mix down there. There is maple syrup and honey. There's the honey. Here's the maple syrup. There's oatmeal. There's buttermilk mix, so on and so forth. So I would call this like a baking bucket. But like I said, things will be repackaged, but right now we're just trying to get to the basics. Now this here bucket, those obviously will be repackaged as well as everything else. This one has pastas, dehydrated potatoes of all different kinds, rice, beans. This has a lot of your sides, your things like that. So this one is, also a cash cow if you needed that one. So those are my 6 buckets, and I just wanted to really quickly show you because I need to get to the grocery store. I need to get some of this stuff cleaned up. I have a lot to do. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I'll show you my haul next. Bye, y'all.